I look back at my dad, and he just has handfuls of lithium batteries.
I know that being Indian isn't a traumatic experience. I hope not, at least.
Now, that's like if you went to sex ed and the PE teacher was like, it frickin' rules!
Right,
Yeah,
so
shout out to Ames High.
And you're from Iowa.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Aaron Atkins. I'm here with stand-up comic Jessica Misra. She just did her debut on Late Night 5, the show where comedians do their best, tightest 5 minutes, late night style. Let's watch a clip.
Please give it up for Jessica Misra.
All right, let's get into it, guys. I'm half white, half Indian. So I take yoga very seriously. I'm actually half Indian, and I'm not like I'm not like Native American. I'm like Indian, you know? Like Bollywood, Gandhi, Verizon customer service. You know, my culture. I'm actually half German and half Indian, so both cultures that have used the swastika pretty effectively. Yeah, my dad's like really interesting. He's like the one who's like from India, and you know how like some dads are really into like cars or like not hugging their children? My dad's really into spices. He makes his own 12-spice blend and puts it into all of our food. We're very lucky to have him. My dad's the Indian one. He always gets stopped at airports, and I used to think it was racism, but then I realized he doesn't follow any of the rules. He doesn't take his shoes off. He doesn't take his laptop out. And the other day he tried to go through TSA with a full bottle of whiskey and a lighter. He might as well put it in a plastic bomb that said on it, makeshift bomb, please do not discard. But this is how charming and adorable he is, because he's as tall as me, and like he's a little Indian man. Yeah, he's adorable. So, you know, TSA was like, you can't have this. And he goes, but can't I? And TSA was like, no. You can't have this. One time we're on like a family vacation, and my dad is the only one that gets stopped because, you know, he's the only one that looks Indian. Yeah, the rest of us are kind of exotic. You know, we're vaguely ethnic in a pleasing way. My white people get it. My dad gets stopped, and my sister looks back, and she goes, of course, racism. I look back at my dad, and he just has handfuls of lithium batteries. It's like we're going to Europe, not the 1900s. They have outlets. Did anyone here do the DARE program growing up? Yeah, cool, some daredevils, I love it. Daredevil is a fun term for someone who started doing hard drugs after the DARE program. In the program, they used to make us wear these beer goggles that would mimic what it's like to be drunk. And it was just the best. Oh my God, it was so fun. I don't know why they started the best parts of drinking. They might as well have included the PowerPoint. Side effects include confidence, and the ability to make new friends anywhere. You know, that's like if you went to sex ed and the PE teacher was like, it frickin' rules! You'd be like, should I be taking notes? You know, they used to make us wear these beer goggles and then practice walking straight lines like they were training us for DUIs. You know, they'd say things like, you know, you live in a small town. All right? You're not going to get Uber till 2015. And the only Uber drivers can be your PE teacher, Mr. Ryle. And he's going to try to give you sex advice. Yeah. I feel like growing up is, like, really hard, you know? Because, like, your parents are always telling you one thing and your peers are telling you something completely different. So, like, when I was growing up, my mom told me boys like girls who are nice. Did you guys hear this? Yeah. And then I'd go to school and boys would be like, well, actually, we like the hot ones. We've actually always liked the hot ones. That's not cool with my mom, right? It's like, you know, you need to give me a road to success. You need to either, you know, give me better advice or buy me an Aeropostale t-shirt. Let me win, Jane. Let me win. I was talking to my friend Dave about like career advice, and I feel like you can't get career advice from a white guy. You know, it's like talking to somebody who automatically connected to the Wi-Fi. You know, you'll be like, mine won't. And they'll be like, that's weird, mine's amazing. I actually uploaded my resume, and my dad gave me a job.
I'm not going to get into it. So you're half Indian.
I am.
On your dad's side, right?
Yes.
So how did your parents meet?
They met at 4-H in,
4-H?
in
Which-
college.
Which 4-H? Poultry or livestock?
There was farming.
Oh, agriculture.
Yeah, so my mom...
Oh, yeah, Iowa kids.
Yeah, it's a Iowa original.
our cameraman, Paul, went to high school at Jessica, right?
Yeah,
So
shout out to Ames High.
And you're from Iowa.
Yes.
Half Indian in Iowa.
Yes.
What was that like?
You know, really upped my popularity, I would say.
I mean, was it difficult being like when you go to a predominantly white school?
Yes.
I imagine?
Yeah, I did.
Would you like picked on for that? Was it pointed out? Was it like a prominent point? Does it make it easier for your stand-up? What was that like?
I don't think I was ever picked on. Actually, I do think it did make me cooler. It was the reason I got voted onto the winter formal court, because they did a whole Indian court. There's only like 9 Indians in the school, so they needed me.
That's a lot of Indians for Iowa.
I know, it's actually, well, it's a college town.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, what college?
Iowa State University.
Iowa State.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, how did that impact you? I mean, I know college towns are generally, especially in a rural area, they're a little bit more like, you know, more turnover, more people, more ideas and shit like that. I mean, did you start doing comedy at this place? Or?
No, I actually went to the University of Iowa, which is their rival school, and that's where I started doing stand-up. So Iowa State is where I grew up, and then the Hawkeyes. That's where I went to college.
And so you started doing stand-up there when you were in college?
Yes.
Oh, how old were you? Like a freshman? Or?
I was 20.
20.
Yeah. So I think I was
I'm
junior
20.
years. Yeah.
Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, I'm
You guys seen
21.
this?
I'm a senior here. And so when you first started doing stand-up, what did you joke about the most?
My identity. I was like, people always ask me what I was all the time, and I thought that was really funny. So instead of like being like, oh, I'm half Indian, I would just be like, you can guess, and then whatever they guess, I would just say yes.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd they guess the most?
Mediterranean. But I don't think that's an ethnicity.
Yeah, it's not even an ethnicity.
I think it's just a place.
Anything.
Yeah.
I can see Mediterranean. Yeah, I see like Sicilian or something. I can see that. Oh, I was talking about this with another comic earlier. Do you think that comedy, I know that being Indian isn't a traumatic experience. I hope not, at least. But how does Nihal over here is Indian.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Woo, Indians. Great.
They're taking over.
They're taking over. They took with different Indians, but they were here first. Damn it. They were here first. We're all immigrants, including them, because they came over from the land bridge. I'm totally going off on a tangent. So do you think that like doing comedy has helped you, process parts of your identity, or do you think it's kind of been detrimental as far as like making fun of yourself? What's been your experience with that sort of thing?
I don't think it was detrimental. I think it's fun. I mean, I don't really want to go too deep into it. I just like making fun of myself.
Yeah.
And the crowd likes it too.
Yeah, I mean, they like you tonight.